Lost Art of Fishing Stories, written by Andrew Cox. Get your copy today. Go to Amazon and search The Lost Art of Fishing Stories. The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Preserving history, one veteran story at a time. Marine Corps League and Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast that's given a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art Project, Veteran Voices with Andrew Cox. Hey, what's going on? Fire Up Friday. Here we are. That's what I'm talking about. Fire Up Friday. We're going to get ourselves fired up for the weekend to have a great day, a great week. And, it all starts with one day, right? You have a good day. Well, that leads to a good week, which leads to a good month. So you got to stay positive. You got to get excited about life. You got to get excited about what's going on around you. Even if things are tough, you got to figure out a way to be excited. Anyways, we're here. This is your Jarhead Hot Takes with your favorite Jarhead. That's right. That's me, AJ Cox. I'm here and ready. And man, somebody is a heart and not crazy. I do appreciate you. Thank you for doing that on there on the Ticker Talkers. Yeah, that's a good deal. Thank you. And you continue to go, man. That's good. Thank you. I like the hearts. Man, what are we going to do today? What are we going to talk about? It's Fire Up Friday. Well, I'm here to tell you this is a good conversation. I think you're going to enjoy it. But here we go. Fire Up Friday. This is battle-tested spirit. Battle-tested spirit. So that's what we're going to talk about, And what is battle-tested spirit? What does that mean, to be battle-tested? That means that you've gone out, you've seen the battle, you've been there, you learn from it, whatever that battle may be, right? There's 1,000 different battles or millions of different battles out there. You look at your daily life, anything could be a daily battle, right? But hard times forge toughness, right? Hard times forge toughness. That's what we're trying to do here, right? So we have to take a look at it and say, okay, hard times means like in my daily life, if I struggle at a certain thing, right? Or an event happens and I'm like, oh man, this is kind of tough. How do I get through it? And you got to manage it. You got to figure it out, right? Well, those are considered hard times as well. Maybe not as hard as other times, but maybe it's not actual combat. But you're getting battle tested in other ways in your regular life. It just happens. It comes up daily, and just continues to go. And those hard times forge you, right? They forge you to go out and do good things and learn and overcome and become better. Having a tough time being an NCO, oh my goodness. That is a definite learning curve, right? I'm assuming you're fairly new to the NCO ranks. So that's exactly what we're talking about, being battle tested, going out there as an NCO. You're learning. That's the lowest form of leadership right there. That's getting to know what leadership is all about. And it is not an easy task, right? Leadership, the sum of those qualities of intellect, human understanding, and moral character that enables a person to inspire and to control a group of people successfully. That's the definition, right? So if you're having a tough time, dig down deep, go and look at the rules, the regulations, know them inside and out, right? That way, when it comes time to make corrections, when it comes time to lead people, when it comes time to be in front of people, you at least know all the rules and regulations, right? It makes your job that much easier. And then they'll start to rely on you because you're the one that knows it all, right? That's one way, right? But being an NCO and starting out, that's tough. It is hard. I will admit that 100%. But that's just part of it, and that's your hard times, right? That's what you're forging. You're forging toughness through those hard times. Now, every scar is proof that you made it, right? So we think about it. Every scar tells a story. Have we ever heard that before? I know I've definitely heard that. And yeah, absolutely. Every single scar tells a story. Some scars are way worse than others, but sometimes it's just a little scratch, but it tells a story. It tells something happened. And through that, it shows that, you may have had an accident. You may have had something happen, you were able to live through that. You were able to push on, right? And how do we do that? How are we able to continue to push on? Well, we rely on our fellow veterans left and right. We rely on our military partners left and right. We rely on our friends and our families. That's what we're here. And we have to reach out to those people. We have to say, hey, look, I'm struggling in this, or I'm struggling in that, or what have you. But once you get through it, yeah, that leaves a scar sometimes. Learning is not always pleasant. That's just part of it. It's not always easy. And but that's part of learning, right? I will say that I'd much rather have somebody go out and try something and fail than have somebody just sit there and not do anything at all. I'd much rather you go out and at least try. If you go out and you fail, that's okay. We can pick ourselves up and we can learn from it and we can move on, but at least try. And unfortunately, there's so many people out there that won't even try. And it just hurts you whenever that happens. You want people to go out and try. You want people to go out and do good things. But learning from your mistakes is important, right? You don't want to repeat those mistakes. If you're repeating those mistakes, then that's not what you need, man. It's not what you need at all. But through those struggles, that builds strength, right? I used to always tell people, it's like a lizard's tail, right? It'll be there. That thing gets chopped off. What happens? It just grows back stronger, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? So that lizard's tail gets chopped off. It grows back stronger. It's all good. It's all good at that point. You learn from it. You were able to push through. Yeah, there's a scar. Yeah, you went through some tough times. Yeah, it was difficult. But at the end, don't worry, because it's going to grow back stronger. You're going to be better off for the lessons that you learned. And I always say, it's great that people say, hey, learn from my mistakes. That's great. And if you can, good on you. But most people, I won't say most people, me personally, I got to learn from my mistakes. I got to go out and I got to make those mistakes. And once I make them, all right, now I got to learn from it. And I got to be able to try not to repeat the same thing. Right. And that's not always an easy task. I can tell you that right now. It is, it's tough, and you got to also remember that it doesn't matter who you are. Everyone messes up. Again, it does not matter who you are. Everyone messes up. I mean, go look at today's podcast. We had the general on, and I'm telling you, he hit the nail right on the head today. And you got to go out. It was Major General Heritage, but he was on the podcast and he was talking about some of the same stuff, right? And so if you haven't downloaded today's episode, please go out and download today's episode. Fantastic. Thanks again to General Heritage for coming on and doing that. I had a fantastic time. Way City, Vietnam, Marine Corps, Lima Company 35 and 68. Yeah, Eddie, you're gonna have to come on here and tell your story sometime. Shoot me a message. We'll get you on here. What's good, Master Guns? Nothing much. Just sitting here trying to give some good scoop, or at least some scoop. It might not be good. Who knows? I don't know. But you got to go check it out, because he hit the nail right on the head and has some fantastic stuff. And he was very open and wasn't scared to say, hey, look, I screwed up. That's how I learned. I messed things up, and I was able to learn from it. And look at it. He became a major general. Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, he was up there, dude. It's not like, some Joe Blow like me, man. It was a major general up there. And for him to say it and admit and say it to people and be out there and open, man, fantastic. So be sure, go check it out today. That's a great podcast today. Every podcast is great. You need to download them all. But no, I'm just messing with you there. I would appreciate it if you download them, though. It would help me out. Let's see. What's our call to action today? Our call to action: share one story of resilience with someone who needs it. Wow. Share one story of resilience with someone who needs it. Just one story. I'll give you guys a story on my end. This is going to be my story to everybody. As I was growing up in the Marine Corps, right? And I said I made lots and lots of mistakes, and I did have tough times. And I'll flash back to like my first unit. I was struggling trying to figure out how things worked, right? Trying to figure out my role and my responsibilities and what it is and how I fit into the whole cog of what's going on there. I was having a hard time. And plus, I was married already, where most individuals that were my age, my rank, were not. And so that made things tough, going back and forth. And we were always constantly traveling and doing this and doing that. And man, it was just a struggle. And, I did well. Don't get me wrong. I was doing good and was making good decisions at work and being a good fire team leader, then a squad leader eventually and stuff like that. I was doing it. I was performing pretty well. So things were looking good, but it was just, I don't know. It was just this incredibly difficult time in my life. And eventually I was able to start working through that, right? When you sit down with your spouse and you talk about things and you're open and you have that open dialogue and stuff like that, and then things just start to get better, right? And am I perfect? No. Is my wife perfect? No. But we were able to work through it, and we continue to push on, man. And it's been fantastic. I don't know. That was one of my first battle tested type of things, right? As working that dynamic between having a wife, being in the unit, going places, doing things with the unit, and then still having the wife where nobody else had to necessarily deal with that. It was not easy, right? And that's just something that I had to work on. What in the heck? You want to be force recon? What do you recommend? I recommend start PTing a lot. Go out and get ready for it, because you're going to do a lot of that. Don't quit, never give up, just keep pushing. George apparently likes to say MAGA pedophiles, MAGA pedophiles, MAGA pedophiles, MAGA pedophiles. You said it a lot. So I'm assuming that that's your point, MAGA pedophiles. Yeah, okay, got it. All right. Yeah, well, hey, you're consistent, right? Consistency is key, and it's very important. So thank you for being consistent on what you're saying. It is kind of funny that you continue to say it, but whatever floats your boat, man. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. Go share your story, something that you struggled with, right? And your resilience, how you got through it. Go out and share that with somebody. Just go out and be good and do good things. That's what we're here to do. We're here to lift each other up. We're here to have a good time, all those types of things. So, with that, shoot, I guess that's all really that I had to say today. Thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. I really enjoy doing these things because it reminds me of things that I need to work on. I wish I could say that all these things were my ideas and off the top of my head. It's not. I had to research and find things and do things. I'm not that smart, but it is what it is. Anyways, I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of it. Now, if you have guys got questions, you got comments or anything like that, anything more than MAGA pedophiles, George, like if you wanted to have an actual conversation and ask a question about the military or veterans or anything like that, it would be cool. If not, and you want to just keep posting MAGA pedophiles, you do your thing. That's all on you, man. You're your own beast. This has been fantastic. So if there's anybody out there that has questions, comments, and you want to ask, and then go right ahead. This is your opportunity. While you guys are thinking about that, coming up with a question or what have you, I will tell you that you can see these things Monday through Friday at 11:30 Central every single day. I was late today. I'm sorry. I was over doing another event in the town next to us over at Vian, and so I got here a little late. So I started this one a little late. My apologies to you guys out there that try to come in on a regular. I don't know. It didn't work out apparently. Man, apparently this George guy, man, you are number one every single time. You're number one. Yeah. Semper Fi, Devil Dog, Hoorah, brother. How you doing? I'm doing good, Larry. Yeah, I'm doing really good. Larry, thank you for following. Yeah, I appreciate that. I got to say, the TikTokers, man, you guys are way more apt to have conversations than everywhere else, and I appreciate you, man. You TikTokers you rock. Thanks for coming on and sharing and talking and letting me know about mega pedophiles, apparently. Yeah, but thanks for coming on and doing that. That's a good deal. Let's see. So yeah, Monday through Friday, you can see these things here. I'm just here to try to uplift people, try to make things better in life. There's enough crap that goes around. We don't need it. We don't need none of that crap. I would much rather you come in here and get some positivity, learn something good. Hopefully it's good for you. And that way you can take it out and you can do it with your friends. You can share with your friends. You can lift other people up, right? Let's not spread hate and discontent. Let's spread positivity out amongst our friends, our veteran community, even within the civilian community. Let's just be positive, man. I'm tired of all the crap that goes down. So I enjoy it. Being positive is a good deal. And if you don't like positivity, I'm sorry. I'm not the right podcaster for you, or TikToker or whatever. I don't know what you call them, but anyways, I'm not the one for you. And with that, you can always go and check out the podcast. Like I said, today I had Major General Ryan Heritage on, and man, what a fantastic podcast that was. And so you guys need to go check that out. It was awesome. And of course, I podcast Monday through Friday, right? And I record live for each fireside chat the day prior at 7 p.m. Central Time. So you can catch that live. And then, of course, you can download it the following day. So, for example, we recorded live last night for today's fireside chat that is posted. So, and then on Monday's fireside chat, we record on Sunday nights. So you can see that live here on the TikTok, the Xers, the YouTubes, the face pages, all of those things. Yeah. Bro, why don't you commission me? Commission? No, I'm retired. I ain't commissioning nothing, man. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have to read between the lines of George here. He's posting a lot of stuff. That's on the TikToks for everybody that's on the others. But like, why don't you commission in the first place? Oh, why didn't I commission? One, I didn't have a degree. So that didn't happen. So plus I wanted to be in the music program for the Marine Corps. So that's all enlisted. So you start enlisted. Eventually you can make it to the officer ranks. However, I did not go that route. I stayed enlisted, made it to master gunny, and then retired. So that's kind of the path that I took. Yeah, that's just what I did. But you can do anything. I love it. So you didn't want to be a conductor? No, I mean, I did conduct as an enlisted guy, but I did ceremonial conducting. So like marching the band around, different things like that. Joe Dunford. Okay. Yeah, I know Joe Dunford. Yeah. Okay. That was something different. That's the first time you said something different there, George. I appreciate that. George, you came in, man. You said somebody else's name, and then all of a sudden you went right back to it. Oh, man, that's funny. For everybody else that's down here, George keeps posting mega pedophiles, and it's like he's probably done it 100 times. He just keeps going in loops. He's still going, man. He's still going strong. And then he posted Joe Dunford. That was the first time he posted something different. And then he went right back to the mega pedophiles. I think we know what. Well, I'm not 100% certain. Do you think that George, you're trying to say MAGA pedophiles like you're one, or there is mega pedophiles, or like I don't know exactly what you're trying to say there, but I whatever. I don't even really care about all that. Did you get rejected from college? By rejected, do you mean did I go to college and then fail? Yes. I was not going to make it through. I did not like school at all. I was not a fan, and still not a fan, to be honest with you. I don't like school. I had the opportunity to go to college and stuff like that while I was in. I tried a couple times, and still, I'm like, no, it's not my cup of tea. I don't want it. I don't need it. And so I just moved on, did other things. No big deal. No big deal at all. All right. To everybody out there on the Facebooks, face pages, the YouTubes, and the Xers, thank you guys for joining. For those that did, I'm going to sit here and try to have a conversation with the TikTokers here for just a couple minutes. So if you want to jump over to TikTok and have a conversation, you're more than welcome to do that. But to everybody out there, thank you for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Stay motivated. Change your socks. Well, I say that. I hit the wrong button. Now stay motivated and change your.
No more 22. Honor the journey and finish the fight.